to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. And right now it's time for Mainland Focus, where we're going to be fleshing things out and getting reactions and, starting up a conversation around one particular focal point for this morning, which is as regards the new cashless policy that's been trending since yesterday evening. It's been an interesting one, and I'll just state what the policy is, and then we open up the phone line for you to be a part of the conversation. So the new CBN policy on cash withdrawal limit for individuals now over the counter, that means walking into the bank, doing transactions inside the bank over the counter. That's what over the counter is. So for individuals, before you could withdraw 500,000 naira per day, but now it has been streamlined down to 100,000 weekly. So that means that there's a certain limit that you can withdraw per day over the counter. Before you could withdraw 2.5 million naira weekly. So that's between Monday to Friday. So if we share this across the week, that means 20,000 naira, that you can withdraw over the counters. Or if you can withdraw the 100,000 at once, that means for that week you're done. All right, for corporate corporate organizations over the counter, before they could withdraw 3 million naira in a day. Okay, over the counter, they could a company can walk into the bank, a corporate entity can walk into the bank to withdraw 3 million over the counter. But now it has been streamlined down to 500,000 weekly. So it's either 100,000 per day or 500,000 in a week at once. All right, and for ATMs now, you can only withdraw in an entire week 100,000 naira at the ATM. For POS terminals, you can only withdraw 20,000 naira per day. All right, that's the new policy. And also worthy of note is the fact that only 200 naira notes and below will be available for withdrawal via ATMs, and special approvals now required for large withdrawals. Okay, so all of this effective January 19. There's been a whole lot of conversations and reactions as regards this particular policy as it is now, and the maximum cash withdrawal, the third-party checks also comes in. We also have third-party checks above 50,000 naira shall not be eligible for payments over the counter, while any extant limits of 10 million naira on clearing checks still subsist. So that means that if you are writing a check, or if someone writes a check for you in 50,000 and from 50,000 and above, there's going to be some sort of issues because they will not be able to pay you over the counter. So that's what third-party checks means. Okay, so we are going to be having this conversation now. Although there is an exemption that allows up to 5 million naira for individuals and 10 million naira for corporate organization once a month, with certain requirements. So if you want to withdraw 5 million, of course there's the charge, there's the withdrawal limit charge, okay, that's you will pay. And also for corporate organizations, 10 million naira, but that is only once a month. You can do that transaction only once a month, but then there are also certain requirements, okay? Terms and conditions apply. So the CBN has warned banks that any bank that would aid and abet circumvention of this policy will attract severe sanctions. So all the banks are high on alert now, trying to ensure that they do what is necessary to not run afoul of this particular policy. So this is going to be effective on January 9, 2023. All right, and everybody right now, let's not forget that the release of the new notes is going to be coming out, December 15. That's by next week. The new notes will be out in circulation. So there's been a lot of reactions on this particular one, especially POS operators. So the National President Association of Mobile Money and Bank Agents of Nigeria, Victor Olojo, has said the POS operators would plan to protest as the policy was targeted at killing their source of livelihood. All right, but then Also let's look at it on the flip side. I know there's a lot of reactions from it, but let's look at it from the flip side. The CBN is trying to put to Nigerians to embrace technology, so that you can pay for what you need to pay for with your cards. You can always do your bank transfers and whatnot. And also we also have the fact that with the printing of the new notes, okay, this is going to reduce costs, because then they won't have to print so much. All right, that's another way to look at it. Also, you won't have as much cash to carry around as before, which would of course reduce crime rates. That's another way to look at it. At least it will limit some sort of crime, because if somebody knows that they can't get cash from you, they won't come to you, because they know that you can't have more than a certain amount on you. So gone are the days where people will have 3 million naira cash at home, 5 million naira cash at home, because how would you even withdraw it? All right, so these are we're trying to look at the pros and the cons to this particular one. Is it a good one? Is it something we should embrace? It's going to be difficult. Remember, this is not the first time we're going to be having anything around this. The cashless policy was also brought in some years ago. It took a lot of difficult time, but then implementation was able to get in. So it's going to, yes, the POS operators have a point. It's going to slow down business for them, especially if they also can't withdraw more than they can't withdraw more than 20,000. They can't withdraw more than 100,000. That's putting a strain on their business. But then, what are your thoughts as regards the new CBN policy? 091-3600-410. Let's have a conversation this morning. Let's see what exactly the country stands to gain, or we as a people, what do we look forward to achieving with this particular policy? Okay, so you have just 2 minutes. You can send a text message or you can send a WhatsApp message. All right, and let's have this conversation. Please, let's try to keep it as clean as possible. 091-3600-410. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. My name is How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you very much.
Yeah, this is Mr. Solomon speaking from Pedro Road.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Solomon. Please go ahead.
Okay, to me, this is the worst thing that this decision that this government has ever taken. I'm not being sincere. You can't expect people not to withdraw what they have. Looking at what is even happening in this economy. And again, it will cause more chaos in so many places. Like for me, I don't think that many people will not want to bank money again. It has happened in the past, and the implication was that a lot of people are now putting money in their houses. Because if organizations that needed money, that they withdraw a lot of cash for their routine operations, will not have access to much money. How do you expect them to not take money to the bank? In fact, it's a minus. It's a minus to the policies of the CBN. And most of the decisions they are taking is not favoring masses, it's not favoring even the economy. Even this printing they said, did you see any effect since they started this printing? They said they are targeted with money. I mean, those people are only cash in their houses. Did you hear anything? Also, they said they are now put satellite. They are able to track some of the people that are depositing. Where did you hear anything again? So all this thing is just messed as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if anybody. That's just my contribution this one.
Thank you very much, Mr. Solomon. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pastor.
Hola.
Yes.
How are you this morning?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank God for another day. Why is not around?
No, sir.
Omobola, I've listened to various radio stations this morning, and your station is not going to be different. But you know what? This is the best policy CBN has dished out. I love it. When policies are being dished out, you look at the pros and you look at the cons. The pros is that kidnappers will not be able to kidnap and demand for ransom. The other pro is that the people who this fraud serves, they won't be able to, it's not business as usual. If anything is done today, they will be able to trace and track them. What do I mean? So there is no, they will block the account. They will not be able to operate with that account again. You know? And three, it will also encourage people who don't have account to go open accounts. But the disadvantage is that one, do the banks have the facilities to register more and accommodate them? Two, there will be transaction failures if the bank don't have enough facilities. Three, the charges are usually too much. Apart from the SMS charges that you see physically, when you go to your app, you will see 50 naira stamp duty, SMS charge and all of that. Multiple charges. Then also another advantage is that it's going to affect POS operators. You know? And at the end of the day also, when you do transactions, even as we speak now, sometimes it can take 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks when the transaction fails. So how do you get a refund for all of this? Considering the facilities, do the commercial banks have the facilities to accommodate all of this? And is the government ready to make sure that all of these things that they say they are ready to, except they don't carry them out? But I tell you, if they carry this thing out, Omobola, it's one of the best things. Cashless policy. I love it, in spite of the objection of people to it. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good.
Hello?
Yes, I'm with you.
I should just focus on ground.
Your name and where are you calling from?
I should just focus on ground.
Yes.
Now, this policy, how the people that are supposed to be affected are those that have large chunk of money stored in their house, different houses. Well, these people will always make a way to pick this policy hands down. They can change their money into dollars. So what happens?
The dollar is not available.
The dollar is not available. Roma, is it only in Nigeria that they can get dollars?
Okay. Sorry.
Because you know that society thinks that I don't know that this are throwing back through the question, but is it only in Nigeria they can get $2? Now like everywhere in Africa. Go to Cotonou, go to Morena.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Okay, I don't think you followed with what we're discussing this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kambelina.
I'm calling from Africa. I think this is going to put the car beside the house.
Okay.
We've not been doing so infrastructure of studying that need to take us. Now I have the bank app. I carry it every day. It will tell me error. So I'm not part of this policy. If you want to start it, that the condition will be much. But we want us to come and do this kind of thing. I think people are just doing their air conditioning practices and just implementing. You saw that America is doing it. You want to do it here in Nigeria. You don't have infrastructure. What kind of government is that? Okay, do you know that the particular bank that I did such transaction recently, if I pay only 20,000 to today, if I go there, they are paying for local review. So how do you want people to only operate? I think they should go back and drink their tea and think about it. So that the common people will be able to do their business. But you need to do their money. If I want to withdraw money, you want to be insured, I should not call it. Do your own money.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Kambulina. But what about the cost of printing these funds? Let's not forget that the CBN is already redesigning our naira. So the cost of printing is a whole lot on the government. Are we also looking at that factor? The fact that if we have to keep printing and keep printing, so they're trying to reduce the amount of cash in circulation by reducing the amount of cash that they print. Okay, so what about looking at it from that angle? What about, the limit to crime and whatnot? I'm trying to look at it from, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to influence or say anything, but I'm trying to get the true picture of things. The CBN policy is saying a whole lot, reducing, our cash transactions, reducing, making our society cash light. Basically, that's what it is. So you have just 20,000 naira that you can withdraw from the POS. You have just 20,000 naira that you can withdraw across the counter. You can only get 200 naira notes and below from the ATM. There's a whole lot to this. Starting from January 9, what are your thoughts? The disadvantages, the advantages, the things we should look out for, the benefits, the unbenefits, I guess. So 09136000410. 09136000410. You have just 2 minutes, but don't forget that you can always send a text message or a WhatsApp message to share your contribution. Okay, I'm kind of struggling to pick up calls now, so I think I'll move to messages. I don't know what is happening, so do forgive me. I'm trying to pick the call, but it's not going through. So let me take some messages at this point now. So we have here, this is Samson from Yanopaja. Good morning. I weep in silence after the review every morning. What government to cripple people's hard-earned money while the crew that's supposed to earn the country income is being stolen without any policy to curb the menace, but devise a barbaric policy on people's personal hard-earned money? Can they stop the bullion van money bags not to access their money with this policy? Samson from Yanakwaja asking a very vital question there. All right. We also have here. Okay. I think we're back to calls now. All right. Thank you. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Abdul.
Okay. Please go ahead.
The current policy, CBN policy on this matter is a very welcome. Many people are pessimistic, but over time, they will soon realize the benefits behind. Now, cashless policy or light card policy is very good in the sense that many transactions will go through banking system. And you know what that means? It means increased productivity. The issue of our network failure and others, it will also force the third service provider, not the bank, to improve their services. It means there will be more transparent in the handling of accounts, and we need people to keep less money. Please, don't be afraid that because the politicians are there, they carry more money. By now, the leading politicians, I mean out of the 3 or 4 leading, they should be one to be angry that government is against them. They want them to use money because there will not be no exception when it is transactions. Electronic does not know big money. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ade. I'm also looking at it from another perspective, as regards the fact that in recent times we have had a serious dearth of brain drain in the IT sector. A lot of banks are losing their IT staff. So what exactly happens when, there are cash transactions done online and then there are issues that needs to be resolved? All right, because in recent times I've been finding it difficult to make some transfers. I don't know what exactly has been happening. You just see that, transaction in progress, and then it doesn't go, it's just there, money hangs. and so how do I get my money back? How long will it take for me to get my money back? That's another way to look at it. I'm not trying to play a devil's advocate. I'm just trying to see the true picture of the situation of the CBN policy. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Collins is my name from Shomoni.
Good morning, Collins. Please go ahead.
I don't think that this policy is to bring the back of the bad politicians, and also it also affects the kidnappers. But I just feel that they will find a way around it. The election is the corner. But even if they do, I still believe that the CBN will still find something to do. I don't know what they have said to the CBN that they are going to up to this loss that will strongly affect them. I know it will also affect the POS guys, but also they might want to use the POS too. Maybe that's why.
Okay. All right.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, Collins. I'm trying to. Hello, good morning. Hello? Okay. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Yes, I like this one.
All right. Please go ahead.
Sandra, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You see, what did the common people, common Nigeria do to this government, to these our leaders? You see, now, presently we are facing inflation, we are facing insecurity. It's common people, they are the ones suffering all these issues. Look, let's call it this way. You do some things at the right time, without planning. Look, you are talking of this issue is going to affect people's business, people's business. The central bank governor does not even know how food flies to Lagos or where it is or to Abuja. Go to Plateau, go to where they are telling you. They transfer with car. You understand? How are they going to find it easy? Because you bring a plan, think about the positivities and the negativity. You see, I'm telling you now, most of the people that is selling this bringing food to house in Lagos, they transfer with these cars. And you may get all of something in Nigeria. The network issue, if you even want to transfer money, the network issue is another. You can start transferring money for hours the thing will not go. You have to think about the efficiency. And let me tell you, Sandra, most of this law, if they do it, who is making the law is the timber and caliber. As I'm talking to you, go to the market, you see many loads. You cannot see many loads in the market. Who is messing up the law? See, there's a kind of conspiracy within the bank officials and the security agents. The so-called Yahoo, they're getting money from the bank up to today. How are they getting it? And the law is there. Who's messing up the job or the law itself? The bank officials, the conspiracy. There's a security there. They're supposed to get this money and they're getting it.
All right, thank you.
They will stop messing up the common people. Enough is enough.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yes, my name is Don Peters, and I'm calling you from Ilikojo this morning.
Okay.
Yes, Sandra, on the subject matter, at times I begin to wonder if our people in government are thinking at all. There is something I would like to tell you on this subject matter. Do you know that the strongest economy in the world, one of the strongest economy in the world, that even most countries of the world go to borrow money from, which is China? Do you know that they are not practicalizing cashless society? Do you know that they are not practicalizing cashless society? You can go to any bank in China and withdraw any amount of money you want to withdraw. But what did China have going for them? Number one, they are productive country. I know that our Nigerian central bank and Nigerian government, they are fighting for us to have a strong economy. But the only thing that can give us a strong economy, number one, let us have 24 hours power supply so that we can be a productive country. Number two, let's engage our youths, and everybody must be on deck so that the whole country will be productive. But here we are just doing policies of assaulting, going to party in the morning, trying as much as we can to make sure we progress in error. Okay, now you paralyze the people who are doing POS business. What do you want them to be doing as far as when this thing have collapsed? It's just everything is becoming funny in this country. I think they should just revise that policy and try to do what they should do, which is make sure that Nigeria is a productive country. That is only what can make our economy strong. Apart from that, anything they are doing, I think it may be, I don't know what to say about it, honestly. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Don Peters. 09136000410. That's the number to call. But before then, let's take some messages. 100,000 naira and 500,000 naira maximum withdrawal a week by individuals and companies, respectively. Okay, CBN wants us to be keeping money in the house. This move should have been gradually implemented. As at date, banks are having IT problems. I'm running their activities. You do transfer online. It takes 1 week before you get SMS or alert. Fights will happen. Again, not many are even doing online banking. 200 naira bill available at ATM is bad, as it will make small amount look voluminous. The worst is third-party check not exceeding 50,000 over the counter. Police in Lagos should increase their ants on kidnappers. It seems the game is getting us here. Okay, Wesley Asharibu, thank you very much, Chijoke, for sharing your thoughts. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Damlola.
Good morning, Damlola.
Yeah, on this topic, weeks ago we were talking about brain drain in the IT sector as the gas bank. And we are now doing this police. I initiated the transaction November 15th. Yes, I sent mails, went to the bank, this thing happened. To date, I'm yet to get a reversal. Now, we look at it, I was trying to get something. Now, imagine I don't have another money. I want to buy gas, let me do it. This is something very essential. I have to just find out what means of doing just to understand. See, and I'm sure several people are like that. So if you think of me, I'm doing the best to do it. So imagine somebody goes to that. So I think they're trying to, they said they paid 1 million to something and things like that. Into a manufacturing account to get his goods. They did it the second time. They paid it. Now imagine. I'm not saying can't take this is bad, but when you look at it, they are doing things that the merit are supposed to merit. They will let you kill it. The truth is, we need to have a target to do it. And then those women, they come to them to after them. You are doing POS. Some of them, they don't know that. It's a need of the job creation. They are trying to kill that business. Okay. The whole thing is not about bypass now. What you have to tell you concern? I look at what they want to. They go to them to say the money before they give you stuff. Let me know about that. I will drive my way to get something. I spent 30 minutes the guy said he was wanting to receive the money the stuff. I have to call someone because I'm not going to do that now. And the guy told me I'm telling you that. It's not the one I have to do it now told me. He said because everybody have done so, but you know, there was no money paid. If you are going to be receiving it, the people will receive money to boost to get that anything. You understand everything. The IT section in your bank is terrible, transaction failure, and you are breaking this policy. And we join 20,000 and 200 notes. So you're telling me also when you're not following the data, I can't even give money.
That's another
I think you journalists, I keep putting it back to you guys. When you need to, I'm sure you have these guys that deal with the banks. I know you have for transport, for politics, for bank. I'm sure you have in your company. They need to sit down, discuss with CBN. They want to do customer policy, they want to kill the common people.
Thank you.
They are boasting God, they want to kill us.
That's all right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Damlola. Okay, so let's move back to messages. I think that's what I'll be doing now because we have quite a lot of messages here. Good morning. I think the policy is not realistic at all. I'll better be saving my money at home than pass stress to withdraw my own money. Alex Skipo from Iba. Thank you. Hi, Mainland FM. The policy might work well in a country that is well structured and all the necessary infrastructures put in place. The Nigerian economy is saddled with inflation, unemployment, illiteracy, insecurity. How will people in the rural and poor areas start using a cashless policy? So how will you be able to pay the conductor and drivers? And the conductor will bring out his phone and everybody will be transferring. What are the farmers in the rural areas where there is no network? How will they pay? Have we thought about the level at which people's accounts are being hacked? Until we put all the necessary facilities in place, this policy will not work. The ATMs are to be paying 200 naira denominations. This will not work, as the nature of 200 naira is always weak, and this will cause a lot of breakdowns in the ATM in the long run. Sean from Festac, thank you very much. However, have you forgotten that they are reprinting a new design of the 200 naira denomination? Let's wait for that to come and see what exactly we get from that. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, please turn off your radio set. Thank you.
Hello?
Turn off your radio set. Thank you.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to talk about
Your name?
my name is Akinade.
From Mushi.
Yeah.
Alright, please go ahead.
Sandra, I want to talk about the people living in the rural area.
Okay.
If before they bring out this policy, are they been trained, are they been told beforehand, so that this confusion will not bring confusion to these people. They don't know how to write or do anything. They don't know the right and the wrong. So they are supposed to be trained and they need to be talking this something before they bring it out. Again, this policy, you think that it will not affect the salary earner. The salary earner. I'm talking about salary earner. Do you think that this policy will not affect them?
In what ways, Mr. Kennedy?
Because when they are collecting the private sector, those who are paying their salary weekly.
Okay.
Do you think that will not affect them? Those who are casual people, all those people that are just collecting money every week. So that's about what I wanted to ask.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. If you're collecting your salary every week, I don't think there's anyone who's being paid weekly above 100,000 naira. I don't know. Please correct me. I may be wrong, but I'm trying to relate that with the conversation for this morning. Let's go back to messages once again. Awolo Christopher from Shogunle. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. Thanks for the opportunity to air my view. You're welcome. I'm completely in support of the CBN measures as regards cashless policy. It is a welcome development. The policy, if well implemented, will do the following. 1. Reduce corruption, reduce crime, promote free and fair elections by reducing vote buying. Reduce ostentatious lifestyle, reduce inflation, etc. Let there be good network across the country. Let the banks work on efficient mobile transactions, reduce bank charges. Let facilities make cashless policy work. No system is flawless, but the advantages of this one outweighs the disadvantages. Thanks and have a nice one. All right, that's a good one. Thank you very much, Awolo Christopher. Appreciate. Also have here, good morning. This policy is just another means to tax people. CBN wants to tax cash transactions like transfers are taxed. Funny part of this is the policy will be circumvented for the 1%, and the bullion van will still be moved by politicians this election. Paying 10k per 200k will affect only the masses. Nero Chelu from Ogudu. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning.
I'm calling from Medical.
Your name is Miracle.
Yes.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, the issue we normally have in Nigeria is that they normally complain. When no policy that government will make, they will say this one is the good one. They must find the disadvantage aspect of it.
There's always a disadvantage to some.
That's why I say they always use disadvantage part. They won't start with the advantage. They normally use disadvantage.
Okay, so what's your opinion?
Okay, one, the kidnapping and the banditry issue will reduce. Then these police people that normally when they arrest people, they use the ATM to go to the ATM card to go to ATM machine to withdraw money. It will reduce. Really, they say they should transfer it. There will be a bank they transfer the money to. And in terms of making it for boys, they reduce. Because the money will not come with 1 million naira as usual. That one will reduce, actually. Then the only thing I have to say is that they should monitor the local government chairman, the governors, that they should not use the bank. They should use any transaction they are using, they should use transaction, they say online transaction, they don't use bank transaction, physical transaction to withdraw the money. That this policy should also be for the governor and the local government chairman as well. So that after they leave office, the local government can trace the transaction they run through the bank, because as far as Rivers State concerned, why the EFCC is proving safe today is because of the 111 billion naira they withdraw cash at the bank. So it was a transaction the CBA could have known how EFCC could have known how to do. So they should also the policy should also be implicated in governors and the local government chairman. And even the ministers as well, especially the Northern Data NDDC, the Northern Data Development Commission, should also be on them as well, not only for the local masses.
Thank you very much, Miracle. Basically, all government officials. It's okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Mr. Damlala.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm well, thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Honestly, you will look at this no focus this way. It's a very good policy. Honestly, they thought way. But that would be very nice if we're talking about advanced and stabilized country. Not like Nigeria was battling so many things. In fact, I don't really understand all the factors in fact we stated this morning, a lot of callers stated. There's nothing. Believe me, talking about kidnapping others, do you know the number of Nigerians like ransom have saved their lives? What happened to those people? And the terrorists we're talking about, they are very heartless. Is that the way to cope the whole thing? Is that the way to put it in order? What about the POS guys working there? What happened to them? Is there an alternative to actually get them, means of surviving? No, let's come to reality. I don't want to be cheaper this morning, but I can say for free that this government just bringing issues on the table. A kind of gas-standing issues to divert us from important matters in this country. And that's my take. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Damlala. Distractions. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
This is Toma calling from Oba.
Toma.
Tona.
Turner.
Calling from Oba.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So, I have an instance.
Okay.
Imagine someone has a car now. It's 100K weekly for individuals.
Yes.
And the car has issues.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get to the mechanic. Only thing I intend to fix the car generally is over 200 or 300,000.
Okay.
I have to wait till next week. What if that's the car that gives me what I used to feed my family? What I go on?
Turner, what about transfer? What about that?
What if the transfer doesn't go through other periods? What if other talks is in Nigeria?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yesterday I was in the bank to get a new ATM card. Almost the people on the queue for the customer care was I got debited, this transfer, this everybody, almost 20.
Okay.
And you see that kind of backlog. So let's look forward to that.
That's another way to look at it. Thank you very much. 09136000410. This is Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM, and the focus for this morning is the new cash light policy from the CBN as regards withdrawal limits across the counter, from the ATM, from the POS, and also the denomination that you can withdraw from the ATM also. That's the conversation we're having. The pros and the cons. What are your thoughts? Good morning, Sandra. The policy of Naira being implemented is a big plus. I support it for now. Other sectors will sit up. Too much cash in the economy increases inflation. Ihai Obata from Surulere. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your radio set. Thank you.
Okay, good morning.
Turn down the volume of your radio set, please.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
My name is Miss Ifes Nachi Augustine.
Okay, where are you calling
I'm calling from Coca. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Please, this policy, it is not good at all. They should increase the payment of the cash out. They should increase it because people will start saving inside. They will start saving at home, and robbers, armed robbers, will start attacking the home. They should just try and increase the payment.
Okay.
That's my take on this.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs.
All right.
Nachi. I don't know Good morning.
Good morning. I ask you a question, please, permit me that is it only in Nigeria you can change your money to dollars?
Your name, please.
John from Urban. I know you are not answering that question.
You want me to answer the question? If Nigeria is the only place you can get dollars.
In Africa, let us even see in Africa, for instance.
Is dollar our legal tender?
Dollar is the legal tender in Nigeria now. Can't you do it in Congress, whatever? Can't you see the
Good morning, Mainland FM. This is Paddy Smiles from Mushi. Looking at the high cost of medical fees when it comes to major operations in hospitals, some operation costs more than 5 million naira. I pray some people who really need their funds to save lives will not have issues. Charity givers will reduce. Trust me. Paddy Smiles from Mushin, thank you very much. All right, but I don't think even the hospital will want to collect that amount of cash. I'm just asking, I mean, if you want to do an operation, I don't think the hospital will want to collect 5 million naira cash from someone. I'm just saying, who knows? All right, good morning, Sandra. Frank from Egbeda. This CBN policy is to show how good because it will reduce the issue of corruption in Nigeria. Fraudsters will find it hard to steal ATM and transfer large amount of money from it in a day. If they succeed in the first withdrawal, before the second withdrawal, the owner would have seen the alert and rushed to the bank for their account to be blocked. It will also help people with the way they spend money. It will also help to stop in vote buying. It will affect kidnappers and vote buying politicians. Banks should ensure they have enough money in their ATMs. Frank from Egbeda. Just open my eyes to another one. Thank you very much for your contribution. All right. Good morning, Sandra and Fohan. This is Evangelist Ben Nobi. Nigerians will survive and Nigeria will be great again. The only problem we have in Nigeria is multiple corruption. If we can deflate multiple corruption and kill corruption, religious and ethnic bigotry, cashless policy is very perfect if properly managed. We have lots of criminality in leaders more than citizens, and if the people can't cope, they compromise. That is the root of corruption. The best policy we have to follow now is to vote out these people. Thank God Peter Obi is a candidate. Vote wisely. And that's Evangelist Ben Unobi with his own contribution there. Good morning, Sandra. This is Tunde from Mushi. All this policy will not affect the targeted people as usual. Politicians will find their way. People in underbanked areas will suffer it. Some rural areas, how many people use mobile app and USSD? That's another question. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Tunde from Baria.
All right.
Yes, as good as it sounds, as wonderful as it is, but things has to be said right in this country. The issue of corruption. In Lagos, we also something that is not normal. A candidate took 3 billion banks into his house and made a transaction with the bank probably 2 a.m. at night. So we need to do this corruption. Tell the country right. This policy for now is just to make money for the bank. Your cashless policy, we pay. Once you transfer, you are charged. So imagine now that you need to withdraw. You do 5%. If you return 100,000, you will give 5K out. Sometimes networks are bad. So things need to be put in place before we can now talk of this policy. For now, this policy is very and it will affect the market.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Amabara, my lord.
Oh, good morning, Soluwatomilola.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
I thought you are doing great.
Yes.
How is my son, Fuad?
He's well.
Incontrovertibly. My love to everybody in the station. No bullet will bring the station down. Oh, Jesus' name.
Amen.
Now, the issue of the day and the focus of the day, I think it's a well thought out process. Do you understand?
Yes.
We are asking for institutions, strong institutions and strong systems, not strong men. If the civilian government have done his due diligence, these policies should work to stop every social vices. It will stop it. Do you get?
Yes.
Yes. We are trying to perfect on every system that we are copying, but let it be done across all boards. No bullion bank, because I have a bank, so bullion bank brings also cash to my house. It's not going to work. That's what we are talking about. Strong institution and strong system, and not strong men. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Soluwatosin. I appreciate, and that's all the calls that we can take for this morning on Mainland Focus. At this point now, I can't really tilt towards which one has it more, the pros or the cons. It's been quite a very, very constructive conversation that we have had this morning, and we'll see how it goes. But before we wrap up, I have some messages I have to take. Sandra, I greet you meritoriously. It's okay. I don't know if I should say I'm cool with this policy because it will help to reduce the money out withdraw more than 100,000 per week. My volume of transaction yet is more than 500k. So how do I pay people who come to withdraw? I work in a cash processing company, and CBN comes to take the remaining unfit cash, even up to 30 to 100 million for destruction. James Ogbuna, is she fine now? And that's for James Ogbuna. Thank you very much for staying tuned. All right, moving on. We also have good morning, Sandra and Fuad. The policy is a good one if it will be for every Nigerian. The currency in circulation will be reduced, good for security reasons as well as reduce corruption. The policy is only new to Nigeria, but it's been a practice in other parts of the world. At least I witnessed it in Saudi Arabia. And that's Adeni from Ijede in Ikorodu, sharing that one. I also have here, this is Chris from Oshodi. CBN implementing many policies at the same time. Naira redesign, withdrawal limit. They should focus on the redesign for now and watch if that will actually control money in circulation and crime as expected before going on to withdrawal limit. Okay, thank you very much, Chris. Also have, my name is Kenneth from K2. This new CBN policy, does it affect mobile transfer? No, it does not. Actually, it doesn't. This is withdrawal limit. That's the focus of it is withdrawal limit. All right, across the counter, from the ATM, from the POS. The point is just trying to reduce the amount of cash that we have in circulation. All right, so it doesn't affect mobile transfer. Okay, so good morning, Mainland crew. The new monetary policy in discuss is a good and welcome one. The only people that must be closely handled to prevent circumvention are the politicians. When any policy comes out, we are not patient enough to weigh the two sides. Always hasty to attack first before we rethink. And that is Gabriel from Ogijo. Okay. We also have we have some messages here. Good morning, Sound of Lagos. This is Steve Ikelu from Maryland. CBN is at it again with all this policy. What is all this policy about? 100,000 for a whole week for a falling currency. Why are the innocent masses always the victims on this side of the universe? Big man will mop up huge sums and dump wherever they choose, and the poor will be dying for it. Federal government sets up special investigative panel for oil probe. That is laughable. Okay, I can't take the rest of the message, but thank you very much, Steve Ikelu from Maryland. It was quite a very interesting conversation, of course, but we will continue to have this conversation, and let's see how it will turn out. All right, and let's see what exactly if the CBN would actually listen to the people and see how they can, make this a little bit or cushion the effect for the POS, operators, because they are the most affected by this one. Stay with us. It's still Mainland 98.3 FM. I'll be back by 9:45 for Global View, where we talk international stories. In the meantime, enjoy beautiful music.